all fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So the Bulls 5 right now. Doug McDermott is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Matthews in the 2 spot.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Towns, no luck. And he lobs it up. And Wade slams it in.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life. How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue.
Look at that jam. Beautiful. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
To the wing on the left. McDermott, no one around him. Misses off the left iron. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Towns.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big. We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful strokes. Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
Wiggins drives in. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
No good from Wade.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right after.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. And the second free throw, good.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too. Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Wade dishes to Nowitzki. Kicks to McDermott. The three-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now the dish to Rubio. From outside the arc. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. The kick out to Matthews. And it's Lopez at the elbow. And it's Wade in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. McDermott kicks to Nowitzki. Good on the shot. Nowitzki's got his second basket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Shoots the 3. The Bulls keep it alive. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Levine. Got a hand on it. Wade kicks to Nowitzki. From past the arc. Again, the miss by Nowitzki. Wiggins drives in. The shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Wade on the wing. Oh, that's blocked. Wiggins left side. The drive by Rubio. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Well, Kevin Garnett was once the star. Here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin, and Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad. Rondo with the nice dish.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Utah Jazz.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Here's Muhammad. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Bulls. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and they've had a great start from beyond the arc as well. The three-point shot seems to be in rhythm.
Timberwolves trailed by 5. They've got Gorgie Dang. Ahmed is out there with Payne. And then it's Little General. And it's Brown in the 2 guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Nobody near Williams. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Dunn. Misses off the right iron. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to the Jazz in Utah. Williams from outside. Minnesota with the rebound. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. This one for 3. That's good. Williams has got 8 points.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
No coverage that time.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Dunleavy's shot is off. Timberwolves trailed by 10. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Williams for 3. Cannot hit. And Minnesota will come the other way. And here we go. Fast break. Muhammad's got it. The Bulls leading by 10. Poked away and stolen by Payne. And Muhammad throws it down.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Back to Rondo. Passes to Mirotic. And there's the whistle. That goes on Adrian Payne. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making some changes. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Zach LaVine comes in for Brown. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dunn. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Rubio. Rubio's got 5.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's LaVine. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Chicago leading by 6.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne. Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Minnesota making some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Dallenberg. Garnett comes in for Adrian Payne. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's LaVine. Releases from the wing and drills it. LaVine's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Nowitzki, the pass to McDermott. Nowitzki dishes to McDermott. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Rubio's got the ball. Couldn't score after going the length of the floor. And Matthews kicks to Wade. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. The one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
Both free throws good from Wade.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Your shots, gentlemen.
Wade averaged 7 points in the fourth quarter of last season. That was 3rd most in the NBA. A big part of it is how he can create his own shot. When the game is on the line, you want him on the floor with the ball in hand.
Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on, and Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
Here's LaVine. Rebounded by McDermott.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Wade kicks to Matthews. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17 points per game, and he shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Wade kicks to Matthews. No good with the triple.
You know, for Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins.
Wade kicks to Nowitzki. His shot is good, scores his third basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Wade passes to Nowitzki. Lopez a screen. There's the triple. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. And the first half is now in the books. Bulls out front, up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Matthews. He has 9 points and 1 rebound. He's hitting field goals, three-pointers, using all that range he's got in his arsenal.
And Clark, you know that just wears defenders down because they have to follow him all over the floor.
So for Chicago right now, Robin Lopez out there with Nowitzki. Then it's McDermott. Then it's Matthews. And it's Cunningham in the one spot. And Matthews gets it to go.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Cunningham kicks to Nowitzki. McDermott dishes to Nowitzki. He feeds it to Cunningham. Matthews, no one around him. And it's Chicago scoring again.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
That one goes. Count it.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
And guys, as we all know, Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game. I mean, was passed by Tim Duncan last year for total rebound by active players. Still an amazing statistic among many for KG, a future Hall of Famer.
Cunningham passes to Nowitzki. Here's McDermott. Misses the three.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here is Cunningham. Feeds it to McDermott. Clock at 6. Pass to Cunningham. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Lopez kicks to Cunningham. Here's Brown. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. Buries it from 3-point range. Nowitzki's got 9 points.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Minnesota calls timeout. One thing that can be said for Dirk is that he has been incredible in terms of an ambassador for the game. We know he's a Hall of Fame player, but what he's done off the floor and just everything for the European player coming into this league has been groundbreaking.
And Kevin, for me, he was an inspiration. I mean, he really opened the doors for a lot of European players to come over, and not just come over, but to be impactful. As you mentioned, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that really has set the stage for this infusion of making our game truly global.
Some changes for Minnesota. Samuel Dallenberg, he's checked in for Jang. Adrian Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. It's tipped. Brown dishes to Muhammad. It's deflected, but they recover it. Here's Payne. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Payne's got his first points of the game.
And, you know, you think about Dirk's impact. Certainly the NBA saw more and more. European players come over after Dirk. He wasn't the first Euro, but he certainly has been perhaps the most popular.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And he gets it to go.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And one thing that should be noted with Dirk and his opening up of things with Europe, we now see a lot of American players go to Europe to play, to develop skills, and so on. Both leagues benefit greatly from the impact of Dirk Nowitzki.
Dunn passes to Payne, and Muhammad kicks to Dallenberg. Here's Brown, and that time also a missed shot.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Rondo dishes to Williams. Here's Wood, misses the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pretty passing, timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Adrian Payne. Payne comes in for Markel Brown. And Ricky Rubio. Subbed in for Dunn. Chicago leading by 22. The drive by Rondo. Williams kicks to Mirotic. Rondo passes to Dunleavy. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Wood. Just 5 on the clock. Mirotic. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
It's stolen by Dunleavy. Wood passes to Mirotic. Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. For Minnesota, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. That's tipped. And now it's Rondo running all the way.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, you know, he just appears to lack an edge at times in his game. I mean, he can be too passive and reluctant on the court.
Minnesota calls timeout. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Dallenberg. Wiggins comes in for Muhammad. Robinson is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. The Timberwolves shoot 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his second season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
Here's Nowitzki, who's back up, and the layup is up and in. Nowitzki's got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Wade gets the bucket.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Wade with the block. And they're able to recover. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Chicago just dominating this one. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Into the Bulls, shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Youngsters Anthony Towns and Chang are in the post. And it's Robinson in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Both free throws good from Wade. Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
Yes, Nowitzki, good.
Dwayne Wade.
The Timberwolves shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
Well, Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over him.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised folks.
McDermott, the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 5 assists in the game. To the inside, Nowitzki. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Robinson. Cannot hit. Wade with the defensive effort.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
6 to shoot. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Nowitzki.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Levine. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Nowitzki in the post, covered by Wiggins. Here's McDermott. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And that's now 10 points for Doug McDermott.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Levine dishes to Jang. They double him with Matthews. Towns kicks to Levine. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Mirotic has a wide-open look. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
And he's good on the second. And those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
Here's Wiggins, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last trip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him.
How about that, guys? A big-time answer. He says, you think you can score on me? Prepare for posterization.
Levine passes to Wiggins. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Back to Williams. Wiggins with the block. There's the pass to Levine. Dishes to Wiggins. Here's Towns. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Dirk Nowitzki. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Towns dishes to Jang. No luck. So the Bulls will take it the other way. The feed to Mirotic. 3-pointer. Kept alive. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Towns. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam. And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They trailed by 33. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Muhammad, no luck.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Here's Rubio. And that's good for 2. And here's Wade. Off the mark. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for